Urvashi and Pururuvas. Heavens were glowing. Gandharvas sang. Apsaras danced like the wind and sky were moving with them. And in the middle of them all, Urvashi. She was the most beautiful of them. Her dance felt like prayer. Her smile was like music. But even stars can make mistakes. While she danced in front of the gods, her heart suddenly thought of earth. A man appeared in her thoughts, a mortal. And in the world of the gods, even one small mistake was not allowed. The gods gave her a curse: you must go live among humans until someone truly forgets you. Urvashi didn't fall in shame. She fell in longing. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply came down. Quietly, gracefully, and alone. The forest knew something had changed. The breeze paused. The birds hushed. Pururuvas, not just a king, but the sovereign of earth, ruler of Pratisthana, the one who had pleased Brahma through penance, the performer of 100 Ashwamedha Yagnas, walked alone. His steps were steady, his crown light, his heart restless. He had won the world, yet felt incomplete. And that's when he saw her. By a pond full of lotus flowers. She wasn't fully human. She wasn't fully divine. She looked like a dream, standing there like a forgotten song. Their eyes met. They didn't speak, they didn't move. But they both felt it, something old, something true. Pururva stepped closer, not because of beauty, but because he felt like he already knew her. She didn't talk about the heavens. And he didn't ask. Because some truths aren't told. They are remembered. She didn't leave. He didn't ask questions. Urvashi stayed with him, quietly, peacefully. And from that moment, their life together began. She became queen of Pururva's kingdom. The palace was filled with joy and peace. They laughed together. They listened. They loved each other. But even love has rules. Especially when one heart belongs to the heavens. One night, Urvashi said softly, "If I stay with you, you must never let me see you without clothes, unless we are alone together. And you must protect the two little lambs I love. If you break either of these, I will have to leave," Pururvas promised. Not because he was afraid, but because he couldn't imagine losing her. And so, they lived together. Happily, carefully, lovingly. Days passed, filled with golden light and smiles. People said the king had never looked so happy. Even the flowers bloomed brighter. Even the seasons felt softer. Every morning, Pururvas would dress before sunlight touched Urvashi's eyes. Every night, Urvashi made sure her lambs were safe. They didn't live in fear. They lived with respect, with care. It wasn't love trapped by rules. It was love protected like a sacred flame. But even the most careful hands can drop something precious. It happened the way fate wanted. Not out of anger, just destiny. The Gandharvas came, unseen. They took the lambs. Urvashi screamed. Pururvas, frightened, ran out quickly to save them. But in that moment, his robe slipped, and Urvashi saw him, just as she wasn't supposed to. The sun rose, and with it, Urvashi disappeared. She didn't shout. She didn't cry. She vanished like a dream. Gentle and quiet, Pururava stood alone. His arms were empty. His heart was broken. He searched forests. He climbed hills. He cried to the sky, "Come back, Urvashi. The sky still shines where you once walked." And one day, she did come back. But only to say goodbye. "Our love was true," she said. "But we were never meant to stay together forever. You gave me your world. I leave you with heaven in your heart." She faded peacefully. He remained. And their story became a soft, forgotten petal on the river of time.